What's good everyone, welcome. In the last video we made enemy AI system by using waypoints. Today I'm gonna use NavMesh, which is more advanced and let us detect all the walls and objects in the scene. Let's get started. Alright guys, this is how the enemy looks without NavMesh. There is no wall detection, it just goes through the walls in the map and follows the given patrol points. But with NavMesh, this is how it will look. It can detect all the walls in the scene and walks around them and avoid any objects and wall detections. The first thing you want to do is to add two layers in your scene. One of them is obstacle layer, the next one is walkable layer. So click add layer and just write obstacle and walkable here. Then make your ground as walkable and make your obstacles, any obstacles you have in your scene, as obstacles. Then right click in the hierarchy section, AI section, and add a NavMesh surface. Here we can change the layers from everything to only obstacles and walkables. And if I click bake now, we can see all these blue areas are the places enemy can walk, and these areas are the areas enemy will avoid. If you can't see these blue areas, you need to toggle your gizmo view. After adding all these, you need to click on your enemy and add a NavMesh agent to your enemy. Leave these settings as well, we will go back to them later. Now it's time to add some codes. Go back to your enemy's AI script, open it. Now I will write the code and speed up the video and explain it later, but you can find the code in the comment section. Alright guys, here in the top I just added some new boolean and numeric variables and an enum. The enum is actually for the patrol modes. Now we're going to have two patrol modes. One of them is waypoint mode, the current one we had, which can be in order or in the random order. Next new patrol mode is the random NavMesh mode. It will just find a new destination based on the given NavMesh map. The chase is pretty much the same, attack is also the same. We can now easily remove the move towards function since we are using a set destination from the agent. Now save the code, let me explain more in Unity. If you click on your enemy, we can see a lot more options now. First one is here, we can choose between waypoints or random NavMesh points. There is a random patrol radius, we should leave it on 30 for now. The patrol points same as before, player, these are the same, and everything else is the same. If I run the game now, you can see enemy starts finding random points in the NavMesh. For example, the first one was here, next it's going to be here, next it's somewhere here. And you can see it's avoiding walls and detects any obstacles around the map. But you need to make sure you bake before you start the game. Now the enemy is gonna see us. If I go in front, it starts chasing us. And then if I go behind the wall, it can see us and it immediately generates a new waypoint. If I now set the patrol mode to waypoints and I have another option here, as you can see now, the patrol points is gonna be in order. First coming from here to here, then here, then here, then here, then here, which can make the enemy predictable and repetitive. So you can just toggle this random waypoint order. Now enemy will select a patrol point randomly from this given list. So let's see. The first waypoint he selected is back all the way here. So we should go behind the wall before he sees us. You can see it's walking here, detecting all the walls on the way. The next waypoint he's gonna select, it's going to be here, and this is how it works. In the NavMesh agent settings, there is a lot of options and they are very important and pretty simple and straightforward. You can just play with them and test them and find what's most suitable for your game. There is speed, angular speed, acceleration. There is some options for obstacle avoidance. For example, the radius, this can be your enemy radius. So some part of the body won't clip with the wall and some part will. And in your NavMesh setting also, you can play with the layers to make sure which areas are walkable or not. You can also select the geometry to use colliders or the render meshes. Colliders will detect everything in the scene with collider. Render meshes will detect everything that's being rendered. Alright guys, this is how you use NavMesh to move your enemy around the map. If you want to know how to use NavMesh even more, for example, one of them is to move your player around the map with mouse click. Let me know in the comment, I'll make it in the future. For the next video, I'm gonna add some guns and stuff to the enemy to damage the player. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.